commentator's opinion or someone's process of thought on the fight, they'll mute that.
Yeah.
But when you're listening to these man, the Snoop Dogg, but it's just excitement. They're just in the
same.
same.
They see, innit?
Yeah, they're in the same boat as you, bruv. They're just reacting like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
And you know the best part about them? They swear. It's like Billy Joe Saunders has recently posted a picture showing himself what looks to be the shape of his life. Now, a lot of times we've seen with athletes, they'll post a picture looking in shape, then get in the ring looking like Andy Ruiz in the rematch. But he's been in India with his ancestors, as he likes to call them, getting in shape for the fight. Yeah, he's been training for a while. He looks in even better shape than his last fight against Martin Murray. How do you think this new look Saunders will look against Canelo?
Boy, I hope that is no editing going on with the picture. You know what I'm saying? Based off of Ruiz's last picture, obviously it puts that in your head, innit? If he's in that shape, that's some serious shape.
Yeah, for real.
That's some serious shape. Given the fact that he's got one of them he's got a frame. I feel like even when he's in shape, he might not be ripped necessarily. You know what I mean? So to see him ripped, you gotta think he's gonna be in the best shape of his life. Obviously, he's got to be in the best shape of his life for this fight. Will it be enough? What do you say?
I don't think so.
No.
You know my thoughts on Canelo, innit? And what he does. So I just think it will be too much for Saunders, especially I reckon Canelo's got the hand speed advantage.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's a bold statement.
I reckon he does.
Yeah? I'm going to watch it back. I'm going to watch some of their fights back. Well, not highlights, watch a few fights, maybe highlight reels just to see their combinations and when they're letting them hands go. But Canelo's obviously started off a lot smaller than Billy Joe, innit? So
yeah, exactly.
It could, yeah, I won't argue with that.
And he's definitely got the power advantage as well.
Yeah.
I think Billy Joe Saunders, literally his feet and his brain is what's going to win him the fight, innit?
Yeah. What I was thinking to myself, yeah, from a training point of view, if you was training Billy Joe Saunders, what would be the best way? Because not the best way, obviously Billy Joe's strengths. You got to obviously work to his strengths. But say, for instance, going into this fight in the sense that you can't, we're not even talking about nicking a decision. We're talking, he could still kind of hold his feet and trade a bit, but he's got to do a lot to go out there and get a decision. Yeah. He's got to do a lot more than what Billy Joe's strengths allow him to do. Do you know what I'm saying? He could go on the back foot and touch and move and jump on his bike and go and dance around the ring. But then realistically, we all kind of feel that is nowhere near, even if he looks class doing so and completely outlands against Canelo, it's not going to get him a decision.
But I reckon if he outboxes Canelo and everyone knows he outboxed Canelo, even if he don't get a decision, he'll get a rematch or he'll get something.
Nah, I won't say a rematch.
You don't think so?
But I feel like they would avoid it. Do you know what I mean? If you think, he showed Canelo up and made Canelo look bad. I think in terms of a rematch,
Canelo ain't got promoter no more, so he'll just be his own.
He's a free agent, yeah. I think the rematch only makes sense if Billy Joe wins.
Yeah, I heard that. But
from a training point of view, do you train Billy Joe to stand a bit more than he usually does and try and mix it? Or do you train him just to get the best out of what he does? Boom, punching, moving, don't be there. Don't be in the centre of the ring, basically.
Nah, I think at this point in his career, it's too late to teach him how to trade like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Although against people like Andy Lee, where he won the title, he dropped him with 9 shots.
Yeah.
I think with Canelo, the speed, and that's where Canelo's most comfortable.
It plays into his hands.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're allowing him to set his feet and pick his spots.
Yeah.
So I don't think that'd be too smart. Although what you're saying is right, though. If you don't do that, you're probably not gonna win.
Yeah. From a training point of view, from a trainer's point of view, obviously, it's a tough one because from a complete fan point of view, you think to yourself, you ain't getting a decision against Canelo by being completely on the back foot. You know what I mean? As class as it is, and as much as obviously purist boxing fans like to see that, is it really a smart idea to go in that ring and do it? Personally, I think to get the decision, he needs to hold his feet a bit more in the centre of the ring. I feel like he needs to make Canelo pay. He can't just make him miss, you know what I'm saying, and play around, dance around and touch and move, sit on the back foot, get on his back in bursts. I feel like he needs to hold his feet at some point in the centre of the ring. Not necessarily trade, but kind of boom, maybe one step back and then come in with 2 shots and then step off, rather than just, you know what I mean?
You can't just keep bouncing for 12 rounds. At one point, you're going to have to tell him, you can't just keep walking me down.
Right,
You have to give him something to think about, which is right. You think he's got that in his locker?
I think he's a great fighter. He's a talented fighter. I think, obviously, again, we're talking about Canelo pound for pound number one. Doing it at that level, at this stage in your career, trying to make little adjustments like that. If it's not something that he does in the gym, I don't really know. You know what I mean? If it's not something he's comfortable doing. But yeah, I just think I would be disappointed if Billy Joe went out there and tried to just box on the back foot completely. Just you know what I mean? As nice as much as that is boxing, hit and don't be hit. You know what I mean? I would be a bit disappointed if he went out there purely with that mindset. I would want to see him at some points trying to stand, hold his feet and let some shots go.
Let's flip the coin a little bit. If he was training Canelo, how would you tell him to approach Billy Joe Saunders?
Oh, I feel like the fighters are like Canelo. I feel like you don't really tell them too much. You don't really, obviously, you just make little adjustments, but I feel like he's very smart, and also what he does normally gets the job done. So you don't really want to make too many changes. But obviously, a lot of southpaw sparring. Obviously, you know what works against the southpaw, what shots you'll be looking for. Yeah, just getting that lead hand out, just getting that, obviously getting used to that lead hand jab from Billy Joe coming from the right hand rather than the left hand. Maybe we'll get any shots off of that, but not trying to change too much. Just the same game plan which Canelo always has, which is basically get your man within them 12 rounds and get him out of that ring, innit? Why? What are you saying? Do you think adjustments need to be made? Obviously, adjustments need to be made. What would you aim at? What would you look at?
Cutting off the ring. I think that's the most important part for Canelo.
You always said that's his downfall, innit? Canelo's downfall.
You can't cut off the ring. I think you just go the whole camp work on cutting off the ring.
Yeah. Because he obviously got that confidence once he gets a man. Yeah. But someone like Billy Joe, you ain't going to get him with limited footwork and basic footwork, innit? Exactly.
And he's too flat-footed when he's on the front foot as well. He's never on his toes when he's coming forward. When he's coming back, he's on his toes lovely. But on the front foot, he's very heavy, very flat-footed. Obviously, it helps him set up his power shots as well, innit? That's why he's always set to throw big bombs, because he's flat-footed. But at the same time, against Billy Joe, if you're throwing the big bombs flat-footed, you're not going to land them, innit? So and then you just find yourself plodding around the ring rather than actually... Yeah, exactly. And someone like Billy Joe, obviously, that'll play into his hands. He can look class doing so. But hey, all these things to take into consideration. What you saying right now? I'm making my final decision on the outcome today. Go on. You gonna let us know? What you say? Keep your secret to the fight. Message you after the fight. Say this is what I knew it. I'm saying majority decision. For Canelo. Yeah. Majority decision. What majority? What's that? 2 to Canelo, 1 a draw. Yeah. 1 a draw. Yeah. I'm thinking Canelo gets it on a majority decision, but a very close fight, a very debatable fight. But I wouldn't be surprised at all if Canelo nicks it. And obviously if Billy Joe nicks it. But who did I say majority decision to? Canelo, yeah. But if Billy Joe nicks it, I wouldn't be surprised. And also, that will set up a mega money rematch, innit? Yeah. If Billy Joe, 100%. Sure. I think Canelo stops him late though. Yeah, stoppage. Ooh. Producer Dan, what are we saying about that?
I think Billy Joe's gonna knock him out late. Right, I think he's got his fitness up. Yeah, he's working hard. I like the photos as well, and also the fact that the judge they've removed the last judge, or they said that there's not going to be an English judge on the card, is going to give Billy Joe that extra spur to actually get the job done. Yeah, to get the job done, because he knows he's not going to win on the cards.
There's no English judge.
No English judge.
I love that. That's a wild statement.
Canelo's never been dropped in his entire career. Yeah. Billy Joe hasn't dropped anybody of importance other than Andy Lee, and he's still got a majority decision.
It's a flush knockdown though. Very flush. Put him over.
But Golovkin hit Canelo clean the face. And Canelo didn't blink.
Yeah, but timing. You know what I mean? Billy Joe, Golovkin, you see them shots coming from a mile away, innit? It's advertising. I mean, Billy Joe, he's going to walk on throwing, Canelo might get caught throwing a shot. It's definitely a wild accusation, but I like the confidence. I like the belief.
But how else is he going to win the fight?
Yeah, again, that's obviously the discussion. He's obviously got a lot. He's got work cut out for him, because I don't think he could do what he usually does. So if he does go out there with that intention, I'll be over the moon. Not to say go out there to knock him out, but really go out there with the mentality that I'm gonna take this fight. You know what I mean? And I feel like this fight for Billy Joe could be like Klitschko for Fury.
Yeah.
Why not? You know what I mean? Fury, his whole, that's the fight he wanted to, that's all he cared about. That's all he said. The belts was irrelevant. He just wanted to do what everyone said couldn't be done, beat that guy, innit? And I feel like Canelo's been that guy for how long? The guy that can't be beaten. And Billy Joe definitely has the style for him.
Billy Joe's been going to bed every night for the last few years just thinking about Canelo.
Yeah, come on. That's that added incentive, innit? Don't draw me into your gas though, yeah? He's selling it to me. I'm buying it. I'm buying it. But listen.
It's the unsubstantiated confidence. Just nothing behind it. Just cap.
Nah, but it's obviously Billy Joe. It's good to have that confidence in him. I think it's justified, isn't it? He's, you know what I mean. He's a proven elite fighter, Billy Joe. Obviously, Canelo's pound for pound elite. It's a big difference. But
who's Billy Joe's biggest knockout victory?
Biggest knockout victory. Producer Dan, back me up here, bro.
He doesn't have one.
What you say?
Who's his biggest victory?
Biggest victory?
Yeah.
Biggest. Come, bro, don't start frowning at me. It's been a long day, cuz. Come tell us.
Huh?
Who? You just make that up?
Yeah.
Lemieux, he's talking about Lemieux.
Lemieux.
That can't be his biggest.
Chris Eubank.
So who's
Chris
your biggest name?
Eubank. I thought Chris Eubank won that fight.
Yeah.
Chris Eubank put it on him.
Nah, he
started
second half, bro.
I thought he lost the first 6.
Yeah, but he put it on him second half.
Oh, he did. Yeah, he did. Everyone knows he did.
But Billy Joe was on. Billy Joe
was in. He just stood in the center of the ring.
I know. Billy Joe was running last 6 rounds.
So come on, what are you saying? What are you saying?
What am I saying?
Yeah, what was that? What are you getting at? So he's not elite. He's not proven.
Yeah, I wouldn't say proven. If you haven't beat elite fighters, I can't call you proven elite.
Okay, fair enough.
That by the eye test is elite.
And how you look against the people you've been in there with.
Exactly. But I wouldn't say proven elite until you beat them elite.
Yeah. Fair enough. I can't argue with that.
Especially how he's been looking recently as well.
How's he been looking?
He hadn't had a good... Before Lemieux, he hadn't had a good performance in like 2-3 years. And since Lemieux, I don't think he's had a good performance either.
Yeah. Saying that though, similar mentality to Tyson Fury. I feel like they really struggle with motivation. I feel like they need that.
But I thought with Tyson Fury, he'll go like what was that McDermott fight where he'll have like a shit fight. And then he'll go on a streak where he'll just beat everyone up like we're done to Chisora. Just made him look completely amateur.
What was that? The first or the second? The second one he stopped.
The second one he just
what was the first one like? I can't remember that one.
He won of wide decision.
But there was some fights where Fury can look at the same level as his opponent, innit? Do you know what I mean? You could be in there with someone and you think, raw, like it's a bit of a nip and tuck fight, but realistically, Fury is levels above them, but he allows himself, and who knows, maybe the same could be said for Billy Joe, innit?
You're right. But I still got late stoppage for Canelo.
Late stoppage for Canelo. We got late stoppage for Billy Joe by producer Dan. What are you saying, Jack?
Late stoppage Canelo. I second it.
Canelo. I'm going majority decision.
Yeah.
Canelo, majority. I'm putting a lot of money on that.
You're about to say the same thing. Outlandish ones. That's what you like to bet on.
I'm telling you, £200 got to go down real quick.
Speaking of Tyson Fury, he also posted a picture of himself looking in shape. This is about 2 weeks after saying he was on a bear diet. Was it bear or lager? He's having 6 lagers a day to get his carbs off.
He's mad.
And then I remember they asked him, have you been training? And he said no. And then like 10 minutes later, it was like, I was sparring yesterday.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've...
he's mad. Yeah. You know what I mean? You don't know what's going through the guy's head.
They've agreed for the venue now for the fight.
Where's the venue?
They haven't explained it yet.
They was putting that
announcement.
What was that stadium they put up on Eddie Hearn and Tyson Fury was putting that stadium on Instagram?
I'm not sure.
Did it not come out of Saudi Arabia?
They were saying they put up in Vegas not long ago.
Yeah, I think they were teasing it though. That's the Radius Stadium. I thought they went Saudi.
But see what you was just saying about all the antics from Tyson Fury. Yeah. First of all, this is where I'm gonna pay homage to AJ, innit, to Anthony Joshua, because of given the pressure that he's been under since the very first, since he won the gold medal, innit. That's where he's shown a world champion mentality. You know what I mean? He's got them. Whatever you say about his ability, whether you say this or that and that, the focus the man has got, he don't get swayed, he don't get distracted from nothing. Tyson Fury, now obviously a lot of people will say that the guy is naturally more gifted than Anthony Joshua. But obviously he's shown he's
fragile mentally, innit?
You know what I'm saying? And he's shown it in the past. And obviously, would you say that is gonna play a part? Would you say that's gonna play a part in this fight?
I'm not sure, you know. It might do, because I know
pain.
People don't like to say it, but I think Fury's always seen Joshua as his biggest rival. Because he's always bigged up Dylan White, he's always bigged up Joe Joyce, he's bigged up Deontay Wilder. But when it comes to Anthony Joshua, he's always put him down. He even said Charles Martin was going to beat Joshua. Only idiots who went out.
Shout out, man.
But yeah, so I feel like he sees Joshua as his biggest challenge. So it would be, it's like you said with Klitschko, he knew what he was going to do to Klitschko, innit? With Joshua, he knows this is my biggest challenge. So I think it might be different mentally, but at the same time, Fury is one of those people he thinks he will beat everyone, and he generally thinks he's the best. But
yeah, I know what you're saying. In a like Mayweather used to do it. I find he was the worst for it. Like before he fought a guy, like they was like dog shit. You know what I mean?
Why they're so rubbish, innit?
Yeah, but if you watch after you beat them, you say you build them up, they're the best thing ever.
He's a hell of a competitor.
You know what I'm saying? But it was like a mental thing. It's like he was trying to get him. He was, you know what I'm saying? Put it in his own head that the guy's shit, because he was obviously worried that he knows he's under pressure. Because when it was a no fight and a no contest, and he knew it was a walk in the park, and he's getting paid, then he don't mind. He'll gas him up. He'll do all of that. You know what I mean? But. Yeah, there's the pressures on Fury. I feel like did he become Bookie's favourite?
He should be the Bookie's favourite.
Yeah.
He should be.
I feel like he thrives off the underdog role, and all of a sudden he's out of nowhere, obviously 2 fights back to back with Wilder. He's put himself in being in a lot of people's eyes. I feel like it's still split on fan base 50-50. AJ got a lot of fans, but I feel like Fury gets probably the more hardcore boxing fans.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? So I do feel the pressure's on him, and I do hope with all these stuff that you're talking about, beer diets and all this stuff that he's coming out with, I hope it is just banter, and it is just, I'm not saying that I think he's doing it, but it very easy could be him just losing focus, just coming out of stuff that this is irrelevant, you know what I'm saying?
According to Sky Bet, Fury's a clear favourite still.
Yeah,
that big favourite.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Going back to what I'm saying though, if he allows himself to lose focus, or which he has done in the past, you know what I mean? And I feel like the stress and the pressure of all the games that's being played on the promotional side and the management side, maybe not even games, it might not even be games, just a headache of that. I think being a fighter, you don't necessarily need that. You don't want that. At this time in your career, it's different if you're trying to build a fight to be something, then you don't mind that. But AJ and Fury don't need to be built more than what it is. They know all that's left for each other. Obviously, after each other is just paydays and whatever they want to do. But in terms of legacy, all that's left for each other is each other. So I think Fury will be thinking, let's just eat it. With the mentality he's got, like we said, about mental frailties and allows himself to go after Rowan. I feel like he will just be itching to want to get in the ring. I feel like AJ, even though he could be the underdog, could be the way more composed one in the build-up and all of this while all this is going on. And that could play.
That's until they have a press conference and Fury starts getting in his head. I reckon he'll wind him up.
Do you reckon he'll get in his head?
Yeah.
I don't know, you know.
You don't think so?
Nah, AJ just like, he's just...
Them gypsies got mouth, you know, and he's got the most, bro.
I love Tyson Fury. Who turns up to a press conference in a Batman suit? Full Batman. And next day he says, nah, I wasn't there. It wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? The guys... But going back to what we said about Fury's, AJ's mindset, the focus on the discipline and all that. Like, I just feel like that guy, without sounding bad about him, I just feel like he's not even, like, he's not that guy that will get caught up in all that.
Dylan White got in AJ's head. And Dylan White's not half the talker that Fury is.
Yeah, but he got in his head, I feel like he got under his skin. Didn't get under his head. He got under his skin, and it allowed AJ to want to go out and brawl, which obviously, but might not necessarily just be the fact that he got under his skin. I believe at that time in AJ's career, he believed he was that guy.
Just walk through anyone.
He could brawl anyone. Yeah, and I believe obviously he did lose himself a bit. I look forward. I feel like, because I've obviously you know me, Fury man, hands down. I feel like I'm trying to put the excuses out already. You know what I'm saying? Trying to justify all this stuff. But what I'm getting at anyway, the mental side of this stuff is real. The mental side of boxing is probably one of the biggest things out there. You know what I'm saying? You hear about a lot of fighters, gym fighters don't make it, can't do it on the net and that, because it's all mental. A lot of stuff in that, you know, what goes on in the boxing ring is mental.
Who's the biggest gym fighter that you know of?
Gym fighter.
But the sounds of things, David Price.
Ooh.
Apparently, not everyone down.
Yeah, in sparring, knock people out. They say in sparring, innit?
Yeah.
Big 16-ounce gloves, 18-ounce gloves. He's knocking people out. But obviously, look on the thing. But I wouldn't say that's as much as a gym fighter. I would say that's more so he just don't know how to fight. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? He don't know
he knows how to fight, but not how to fight.
He don't know how to fight. He can't go in the trenches, innit? And in this gym sparring, you might not have to go in the trenches. When you got them little gloves and some big hairy old dude leaning on you, do you know what I mean? In the 6th, 7th round, don't even get that far. In the 3rd, 4th round, he starts, I don't know, worrying. But
your legs go, innit?
Yeah, you see him, he just stiffens up, and it's a matter of time, innit?
That's the best gym fight I've ever seen.
The best
gym fight I've ever seen.
For 2 rounds, schooling everybody.
Over.
2 rounds.
Sounds like he says, I can't do rest because I can't recover.
But that's all I do. I always say last man standing, innit? Let's not do rounds. Because when I go back to the corner, I don't know. Give me a couple more
maybe
weeks.
the Edgar Berlanga guy's like that as well. That's why he's knocking people out
that?
first round. The guy who's got 15 first round KOs consecutive. Young Puerto Rican kid.
Yeah, from American side. Super middleweight. Knocked out everyone in the first round. 15
in a row.
Everyone.
He's going for 16 this weekend.
I've never heard of him. What are you saying? Serious dude?
I can't tell. He hasn't.
He's done 15 rounds. He ain't even done 15 rounds.
He's barely done a fight.
Yeah, that's mad.
Because the power was real, though.
Yeah, I remember, but decent opposition.
The last opponent he faced had never been knocked out. And you know when someone's confident to go into the ring?
Yeah.
You know when that first punch landed and you just see his face change. And
everything,
it's like, the power's real, so.
Yeah. What's say the name again?
Edgar Berlanga.
Let me type him in a bit later. Check him out.
Yeah, purest opinion on Jake Paul, Ben Askren. We gonna get one?
Oh, bro, I'm not gonna lie.
When you fighting Jake Paul?
When
you called him out. You said you
called him out. He didn't want it. He didn't want no smoke. After what he saw last time, I don't want to smoke myself. But yeah, it's like I said before. When Askren comes in with his head, he literally just charged at the guy. Just literally set up a 1-2.
Didn't take any of Teddy Atlas's advice.
Who trained with Teddy Atlas?
He had an interview with Teddy Atlas. Teddy Atlas gave him a few tips. The guy didn't take him.
Right, I can't be involved in the purest breakdown of this fight.
Bro.
If you man, I would just sit back here and take in.
I've trained 2 weeks. Yeah, dieted for like one of those weeks.
Yeah.
And I'm in way better shape than that guy was.
Who?
I'm not gonna lie, Ben Askren.
Yeah, that's
bro,
what I'm
Ben
saying.
was just there for money, bro.
Yeah, I know, but let's not do this. Please don't do this to me, man. I can't be involved in breaking down that fight.
I don't think he's just there for money, you know. Because no matter what, if I sign a contract, we're saying I'm gonna fight Jake Paul. I'm not trying to get knocked out.
What if you put money on himself to get knocked out in the first round? Big money. You know what I mean?
Plus the purse.
Yeah. That would have been smart. But what we saying? Because obviously you lot was gassed about the show. So I'm down to talk about that. Obviously the Jake Paul as a boxer. Is that Jake Paul? Yeah. I'm not involved in it, but
a question for the purist from a fan: who's the best level boxer that he could beat? Jake Paul. Where do you actually realistically see him capping at?
Let me jump in on that one. Yeah, him and what's his name? Fury's brother, Tommy Fury. That fight for me makes sense.
Yeah, you're right. Still,
that fight for me makes sense. People, because Tommy Fury, let's be honest, he's not YouTube, but his boxing career is off of the back of...
He's more known for him than the actual boxing.
The boxing, yeah. His boxing career is built up off of his brand of being himself.
Love Island, his brother, whatnot.
And all of that. For me, that fight makes sense. They're two boxers. Well, obviously, we're talking about we want to see them in with proper boxers. They both know boxing. They know how to box. I'm not going to sit here and diss Jake Paul because he knows his way around a boxing ring. He does take boxing serious. But yeah, you got to put him in with a boxer. And I think that fight makes a lot of sense.
Ben Askren can't box. That's a fact.
So that's why it was a pointless fight. That's why I can't sit here and do breakdowns.
He's been hit in the head multiple times though, so he should have been able to take it.
Yeah, bro, but in UFC you don't actually get hit that often, and the guy just wrestles people.
And boxing is different. When you're not, obviously he would have felt out of his comfort zone. A punch probably ain't feeling the same just because you don't know how to react to it. In the sense, if he got a punch come at him in MMA, he might just be dip and grab a man or do something. As soon as you're thinking, he will be thinking, I can't do you know what I mean? It's changed the whole concept to the thing, innit? It's a pointless fight for me, but obviously it gets views, innit?
Yeah, but I like what Triller do with the whole event though.
Yeah,
they're done very well. Do you know what I need in every single boxing card?
I've got a booger on my nose.
Nah, you're alright, bro. Every single boxing card needs Oscar De La Hoya cocked up. He was the highlight of the whole thing, you know.
What you saying? He lost it.
Yeah, it was. I don't know if it was coke or if it was alcohol, but he
just came out and apologized. He just apologized on the AK and Barack show.
Yeah, what did he say?
Yeah, he just said, I just saw it on Boxing Scene. He was like, oh, I'm sorry, I had a few drinks beforehand. I've been in beast mode for 6 weeks.
Wait, say that with chest, you know what I'm saying? Why are you going back on yourself, man?
He said he's having a comeback, so what was he doing?
Yeah, he said, I've been in beast mode for 6 weeks. I let off a little steam that night.
He's talking shit, innit? It's embarrassing, but just like the rest of these man, he'll get views, innit?
Yeah. Pray for De La Hoya though, because he always goes through ups and downs, innit?
So you say mental health issues.
Gone.
Serious, it's not even banter, man.
Yeah, he's had it for years as well, from like 2009. That's mad.
Yeah, these top boxers, man, they're all a bit nuts, innit?
Yeah.
They got something wrong with them, but
cocaine don't help as well, though.
And what did Dana White say? It's not cheap either. So expect to see him in a ring near you. But yeah, the Triller, what are you saying? So he's fighting on that Triller thing?
Yep.
Yeah.
So they're like a promotional outfit now?
I guess so. They're more like a Showtime kind of thing, innit?
Yeah. They do the whole, they're doing everything.
Actually, then again, it's on Fight TV, innit?
They just bought Fight TV for a few million.
Fair enough. So they're doing it all.
So they bought
for boxing?
I think so. More money. It's like Teofimo Lopez. He's fighting Cambosos Jr. I think
on
Eddie
one of their bills.
Yeah, Eddie Hearn put like a 2 million bid that would have won the purse bid. Triller put in 6 million. So they're getting
just
over the odds, isn't it?
Yeah. Can't compete with that.
But that shows people wanting to invest in boxing. So that's
which is it's good for the boxers that's obviously being a part of it. I feel like obviously we'll give it a bit of time and see what way they go, what avenue they take. If it is complete commercial, whether they go a bit too much on the Oscar De La Hoya side of things. Obviously that we don't want to see that too much of that.
When you've got Snoop Dogg and that on the commentary, makes it much better. Like best commentator in boxing.
What was we saying? How many times have we had this debate? These commentators change boxing, and as much as obviously they ain't got their boxing insight, sometimes that's more exciting. Sometimes it gets you don't always want to hear, even I'm sure for me some of the most purist boxing fans, they will tell you they'll mute their TV.
They'll mute the TV completely, innit?
You know what I'm saying? For them to get an unbiased opinion without getting drawn into someone else's commentator's opinion or someone's process of thought on the fight, they'll mute that.
Yeah.
But when you listen to these man, the Snoop Dogg, but it's just excitement. They're just in the same.
They see, innit?
Yeah, they're in the same boat as you, bruv. They're just reacting like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
And you know the best part about them? They swear. It's like, you know, one corner man swears, like, oh, we're so sorry. You're watching two men beat each other over their head with lumps in the eyes, and the corner
man trying to drag his man back into the fight. You can't expect him to. Yeah, it's mad. Yeah, I ain't seen it, but I seen clips and the highlights, and I see a fight before. Snoop Dogg done commentating before, didn't he?
Yeah.
What on the fight?
Mike Tyson. Roy Jones.
I see highlights of that.
Nate Robinson, Jake Paul as well.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, was that the same bill? Yeah. So yeah, man, it had a bit of excitement to it, innit?
On the undercard, the fight that most people are looking forward to, Regis Prograis, he didn't knock him out, but he got a decision over Redkach. Yeah. So imagine, I had watched this like 5-6 times before I realized what actually happened. Yeah. He's beating Redkach up. Yeah. And then suddenly he hits him with a body shot, and Redkach goes down, claiming it was the balls, isn't it? You watch the replay. Yeah. He hits him here.
Clean body shot.
Clean body shot here. A man's holding his balls going down. Worst part is they bought it. The ref said it was a technical decision. So if he was up on the card, he would have won.
So if he was up on the card?
Redkach.
Yeah?
Yeah. But obviously he was down on the card, so it lost.
So what they give it?
A decision.
Because he couldn't continue?
Yeah.
But I believe they overturned it because he appealed it.
Who appealed it?
And on his record now it says KO. Prograis.
Yeah.
I think so.
Oh, that's good if they did, because last time I checked, didn't. But yeah.
He
pulled the walls over everyone's eyes.
But it's good that they overturned it then, and they didn't try and save face, innit? You know, a lot of these people would do that, just try and say, nope, we made our decision, we have to stick with it, innit?
Which state was it?
Atlanta. What's that, Georgia?
What are you saying?
Yeah. I think Vegas and that, they have action replay, innit?
Yeah. There and then, innit?
Yeah.
You say, wait right there. You wait on a minute. I swear, he got stretched out. I see him get on a video.
You're lying.
Stretched out the ring, I'm sure.
Did he get stretched out the ring?
Yeah.
For a body?
It's like he got shot.
And it was a body, it wasn't even a low blow.
It wasn't even close to his balls.
Yeah.
What did you tell your wife after? When you go back to that man there, like, I swear to God it was low.
Nah, he must have backed himself. He must have backed himself.
He put his account private. He put his account on private. The guy who did it. Ever since.
Yeah.
It's now a private account.
Yeah. So he's saying he took the money and dipped. Yeah. He said, shut down Instagram, shut down everything.
He'll probably come back later, innit?
So what's next for him, my man? What's his name?
Prograis.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of him. Remember him and Josh Taylor, yeah? Abs was telling me, he said, this is a 50-50 fight, Mike, trust me. And I think you might have been swaying towards Prograis as well. Yeah. And obviously, you know...
Not just you, Jordan, Ryan, Rams, the whole gym just kept shutting me down. Just like, this guy don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah. This man told me shut down my page.
But it wasn't right in picking your guy, innit? But obviously...
But it was, I said, whoever wins is close.
Yeah, 100%. That day they took my hat off that guy. That guy's serious, dude. The game, he can box. He's got heart. He'll get in the nitty gritty stuff. Is he a full on light welterweight? Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like without Josh Taylor in that division, I feel like he's the main man.
He would have been.
He would have been the main man.
Yeah, they want him versus Adrian Broner next on Showtime.
He wants to fight Broner.
Adrian Broner versus Prograis on Showtime.
Is it confirmed?
That's what he's pushing for, and Adrian Broner keeps commenting on his posts.
Saying what?
Being like, let's go, I'm ready.
Does Broner want that smoke?
I don't want that smoke for Broner. I'm gonna put that out there. Broner, don't take that fight. Leave it alone.
Has he got a good work rate, Prograis?
Huh? Yeah.
He's got a work, Broner.
Broner don't let his hands go. He's gonna fight him on the inside, and he's got power as well.
Broner ain't let his hands go since he was 9 stone, bro.
And
super featherweight.
He ain't make it 140 anyway.
Who, Broner, no?
Nah.
Catch weight. Catch weight.
Prograis will probably fight him at 147, to be fair. You know, it's easy food, isn't it?
And money.
Yeah, for real. Sad though.
Sad for who?
For Broner, man.
It's not sad for Broner.
Why
he
not?
knows what he's doing, man.
What's he doing?
He's cashing in, innit?
Huh?
He's been cashing in since
he
won the
got £32 to his name, bro.
What is all that about? How's he bankrupt? Huh? Is he really?
Not, bro.
He's just talking shit.
Yeah, obviously, if you're in court, you're not going to tell them, I've got this much money.
I hear that, but that £13, like it went down to 13 at one point, and then it went up to 32, and everyone's like, you know what I'm saying? He's all right. He's above water.
His account came in, his accumulator came in.
Oh, it's mad. I hope it purely. Obviously, I don't expect him to be completely broke, but still, man, come on, man, just have some pride, man. Coming out live on TV.
He fought Pacquiao not too long ago as well. But you see his videos after
he beat that boy. He beat that boy.
After he beat that boy, yeah.
Who's that boy?
Pacquiao. That's what he kept saying after the fight. Where it's like, went back to the hood selling bricks. He was taking videos in the car and that. And worst part is I believed him.
100%. Nah, man, them man are different, bruv. Listen, their ability. But he's a letdown. Fuck it, he's a waste. Let's not beat around the bush, bruv. He's a waste. If that's the life he did, that's
4-division champion. That's not a waste.
But fuck off, man. Nah, fuck off. Nah, don't do that. Don't do that. Is he legitimate?
Huh?
Is he legitimate?
Pardon?
Is he a legitimate 4-weight world champion?
Legitimate 3.
It's not 3. What weights?
Because if Linares is 3,
super feather.
Yeah.
And at proven world champion. What else? He didn't do lightweight, did he? He went light welter and welter. Who did he beat at?
No, he went lightweight and then he went welter.
So he missed light welter?
Yeah.
So who did he beat for the lightweight world title?
I can't remember.
I don't think there was many serious lightweights around at that time, but fair enough. I won't knock
But he beat someone who knocked out Linares.
Who?
I can't remember the brother's name.
Okay. The welterweight, he got beat by Malignaggi.
Nah, I didn't.
He doesn't have a marquee win.
He got beat by Malignaggi.
Who's he beat? Who's a proper fighter?
Paulie.
And he's just saying Paulie won that fight.
Paulie didn't win that fight.
And Paulie won a marquee fighter at that time. He was at the end of his career.
Paulie didn't win that
a non-puncher. You don't think Paulie won a fight? I'll watch it back.
But if you got a debate, maybe he won. He maybe beat Paulie Malignaggi.
I mean, that's the first fight where he went full shoulder roll, innit? That's
and he just got beat on work rate. Simple. Whether we got beat or not, the fight was very close. But just because of you didn't do nothing. Like when you worked, you was doing bits. But saying that, Paulie's got a good boxing brain. I thought he just showed.
He knew what to do.
Yeah, Bomb move, step off. Bomb, he ain't gonna stand it.
You got more confidence Paulie won than Paulie does, bro.
Huh?
You had more confidence Paulie won than he did.
Nah.
Because he said because one of the judges
immediately after the fight.
One of the judges had it wide, didn't it? Paulie said they took the piss.
Oh,
but the ones that had it close,
he
said
fair enough. Yeah, but he's a boxing man. He's a modest man as well. He's more upset about his side piece. He was more upset about his side. He wasn't worried about the fight.
No, there was one fight he had where they robbed him, innit? And he went in on Al Heyman, he went in on Showtime.
What fight was that?
I think it was a brother called Diaz or something. And they gave him the rematch and he just wiped the floor with him.
I remember the interview. What Diaz was it though?
I can't remember.
There was some good. You just give me a flashback. Was it Baby Bull? You remember Baby Bull? Juan Diaz.
Yeah, I think it was him still.
Was it him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Juan Diaz. You just give me mad flashbacks. Juan Diaz. I could be getting them mixed up. You know what my brain's like. Juan Diaz versus Juan Manuel Marquez.
Oh yeah.
Baby Bull. Sick fight.
That was actually the fight after Molinari one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sick fight. Go watch that fight. Purist tip of the week. One Baby Bull Diaz versus Juan Manuel Marquez.
I'm gonna post that next week because I remember that fight as well. As a
sick fight, innit? Sick. I feel like for me, that's when I become a serious fan of Marquez, because obviously we know Marquez's ability, but to do it against someone that gritty in your face, we know he's a boxer, Mexican boxer, but Mexican box fighter, you know what I mean? But to do it against a pure fucking kung fu fighter like that, serious dude.
Alright, last thing I should touch on: Lucas Browne gets knocked out clean in the first round by a former rugby player. What's your thoughts on that?
I don't know Lucas Browne. I don't. Yeah, nah, I can't. I'm not involved in them, man. Them man, for me, Lucas Browne is a guy that Matchroom rinsed and you know what I'm saying, got a couple paydays out of, built up. Did they get him a world title? Someone got him a world title, Lucas Browne, innit?
Yeah, I think he's won one before.
Do you know what I'm saying? Shouldn't they? Come on, man. These guys shouldn't be in discussions. You know me, I'm boxing, but I ain't got time for these.
But I think at this point, you get knocked out by David Allen. That's when question marks have to be raised, isn't it? Yeah. He's been knocked out quite a few times. At one point, the boxing commission's got to say...
Don't even get me started on that commission. All these commissions, but it's money, innit?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'll be real. I'm not going to be around. But these boxing commissions, some of them are a joke. Some of these fights and these fighters that they let go, some of these people going on, you know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of fighters. You know what? I feel like I'm getting tired because I'm getting a bit rattled now. I'm about to start naming fighters and shaming some of these men that shouldn't be near a boxing ring, you know what I'm saying? And especially in heavyweight boxing, some of these fighters, man, you're getting taking big knockouts just for paydays. Call it a day, man. The people around you need to tell you, bruv, you ain't a boxer. You know what I'm saying? You're not a boxer, innit? And there's a good few of them out there, man. You're not boxers. If you're getting knocked out after a certain time, if it's not at a certain level, you know what I'm saying, or you know you're not gonna reach a certain level, call it a day, man. Save yourself some headache, you know what I mean?
100%. Alright. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you're watching on iTunes, make sure you leave a review. Thank you guys for watching.